that.
DRX.
Okay, let's get into this. Chat, where should this be? Okay, I think the sound's okay, but let me know. Aspas has got a... Okay, they have gone for full... This is interesting. Okay. Loud on the defense, DRX on the attack.
He hasn't had the best tournament so far, and massively underperforming compared to some previous events.
Yeah, the last game we saw the real Aspas. That was where he was able to really step up.
I would prefer it in the Masters than in the Champs, yeah.
Ultimately, it's whether he can keep that up.
I would prefer it midway through the year if they're gonna do it. Like,
the whole tournament.
I mean, ideal world it's at the end. Oh, that's a lot of information. So that's a lot of info. Saw them all rotating, but they didn't hold this the whole time. So there's a world where they could have mid-round back, but you never know. We have I here. Sorry, I mean kind of. We have a camera here. We have a trip here. This is a different place for a trip, so this is kind of nice as well. What's this shot like? It's good information as well, because these are people rotating, but that's the chamber. Wall comes in, so now we know for sure. Knife hit 2, I think, just at the end.
But Sassy still has a recon to play with. It's going to be making its way into the site any time now.
Well, they spotted the cam at least, so that's not going to cause them too
Recon's good, but nothing. Oh my god, who is that sending it? Okay.
A full retake, though, is
yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. DRX are doing good at holding the important positions, right? This is the important position. We have 2 people here. And it's the best 2 agents for it. This Viper is very important, and it's going to be a super late lurk. Okay, now the Viper goes in. Look at this. Oh, yes. As he's doing the lineups, they're aware of where he does the lineups. Damn, that was so nice. Hey, Chad, that was really, really good. That was really, really good. The timing of Pancarda's luck was great. They did a bit of research into where he likes to do the afterplant mollies, so he checked this as well. And yeah, this is good. I like this. I like this from Loud. That's already, I've seen a lot of research. Pancarda definitely deserves a massive shout out for just how late his lurk is, and they just dealt with the afterplant stuff. They've looked into how DRX play. It's a lot of planting, it's a lot of afterplant stuff, and that's already got shut down. So if that continues, DRX might have to have an early pause and change their stuff up. Okay, that gives me so much hope. That gives me so much hope if I'm a Loud fan, because that's a good understanding of what we've already seen from DRX. I like that a lot. Cost is a 2 Loud. Yeah, I'll put it here. Oh, okay. A lot of you are saying that. Okay, I'll put it like here then. Okay, I'll put it down. Right, so they go in towards the B hit. There's 2 people here. They have got out the choke point, so there's a chance. There's a definite chance here. Oh, that was it. If Buzz got that kill, I think they convert this round. Keep an eye on the Viper. Viper might be able to get some side shots. They all go down. Okay, nice from Les. Don't worry, they have the Cypher ult up. They get the all-important Cypher ult into the defensive first bonus round. It's really going to help them win this one. That is sarcasm, yes. Just to point out for people that don't get it. Okay.
Yes. I think that means Loud win, hands down. So I think that's the other side of the coin is Loud have been so good
bonus round.
Every single player.
How are DRX going to approach this?
Players, but if they go missing, they could be in real trouble.
That's exactly it. I mean, having a well-rounded team, not having a
DRX going to approach this one. We got smoke here fast early. Are we going to have a pinch like late with this, or are we droning? Hey, this was a nice plan from Loud. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see you. They 2-man push. Oh, okay. Chat, they're doing some... Oh my god, they're crazy. They're doing some nice stuff. They decided to 2-man go here and then a drone to crunch into this area, and they just carried on going. So this was really nice. They're now pushing them, kind of forcing them to go over towards A. What's the mid-rounding going to be like? Is this trip going to get broken, or is he going to take an angle? Hey, I thought this was... I'm liking what I see so far from Loud. I think their coach is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I know it's very early on, but a lot of this has been a good idea. Okay, this pushes them over towards A. We go 2-2 in terms of the defense. The camera is going to get early info, so we're going to be able to get a rotate. Do we have a cross map knife? It's not up yet.
Buzz is on the site, another snake bite coming his way, stopping that wide swing from coming in. There's a gap, and he's trying.
This kill is very important.
And so is Pancarda, though, returning fire, and the shots are landing. Good damage done,
yeah,
but he's surrounded.
That's unlucky. If he got a kill, I actually think that this round was doable. Now it's kind of about that.
Well, he can't quite help out his teammate. Loud are starting to chip away at these players.
Chamber's gone back.
The rifles, this makes it
Viper's still alive. Normally goes for after plants. This is how they play though. This is like this is literally how they play. They plant and then they always just fall back to this. Oh, that's pixel perfect. That is nice. Wait, it missed. That is not nice. It missed.
Marco's managed to actually hit the shot. It comes down to the 1v1 and with it already, 1v2, and with it already halved, they have to peek into this one.
Good damage from them, honestly. Good damage from them. Now the important buy round comes up, and Mako has his ult, so that's going to be pretty important.
Mako actually getting that many kills is going to have himself the ult.
This is something we've seen from FPX many times, right? The ability to deal damage in rounds.
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit, Kaipo, in terms of Cypher not needing a body. I do think it is way too strong.
But this has come way too close. In the dueling ability, Loud have matched up 1-to-1 easy. And outside of that, they were
good bonus from Loud. This is important, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So 5 from Loud, can't buy next round. And 3 from DRX. So important round. Smoke goes into middle. What the hell? Okay, I mean, he just literally just swung. They both kind of just swung and just took a straight up aim duel. Buzz winning that one out. So important round. That's a mad important duel to win. It's the fact that the KO goes down means that there's way more. Yeah, the fact that the KO goes down means that there's way more freedom in terms of this this drone. So they can now just drone from a lot closer, whereas before they might have been pretty scared. We have info trip, and then we have kill trip over towards B. Again, info trip close, kill trip always towards sites. You saw FPX yesterday using a lot of kill trips and no info trips. That's kind of if you're playing Cypher and you're playing against like a that's nice. That's how the jet must jump in and dash. Oh, okay. It was a nice shot down.
Maybe the drone at least will be found, and indeed it is on the way through. Aspas not able to catch those kills. I mean, they've got the info, but not yet able to capitalize on it. At least they'll find the one, and an attempted swing reveals there's at least 2 here. The player's ready to duel, but so is RB.
Damn, they got 3 there. That was crazy. RB getting some important kills. It all came down to that. So, nice round from DRX. Loud are going to have to eco. Here, that B hit is not too bad. They always get out of the choke point, right? The hardest part is always getting out of the choke point. It feels like they never have trouble getting out of the choke point, and they're dealing with the Cypher trips pretty well. They had see the shock dart that went for this Cypher trip that just meant that the jet could go all the way in. That was really nice. That was really nice. Sorry, I was talking about kill trips, right? So info trips close. Info trips are close like this, and then kill trips are like on site. If you're playing against a Fade, you want to use a lot of kill trips because when people enter sites, they're always going to use when you're playing against a lot of initiators, they're always going to break your early trips like your info ones. Damn, that was nice. Nice little one-way smoke.
And tapping away. And RB, that kill, plus he's 31 HP coming out of this engagement, puts him 1 away from his ultimate moving into the next round. They even have the choice to drop a weapon. And
Phaedos over this map is, I think this might be one of the only maps where Sova is definitely better in my mind. Just because of the range of the eye and the range of the recon, right? It differs quite a bit. Early knife goes in, gets a lot of info. Ah, wow. They do that knife early, and that means that they have to use the dog early, so... Nice push here, nice shot here. They can get this gun because the jet could up. Oh, okay. They're going to get a gun from this. It's a nice shot. They get a gun, they get a lot of info. Is Aspas going to keep on going? He's here very early. Oh boy. He's here very early. They should expect that this could have happened, but he's just here so early that he did great. He honestly did great. He got one little bit of damage, but he got a good amount of info. So with that info, they decide to stick to 2-2. Oh, I like this. Look at these kind of trips. Just double lane as well, so they're just playing off them when they go here. It's kind of cool. They're mixing up their trips a lot.
We had the updraft trap previously, and it also caught the drone on the way through. It's time waiting to allow them to move back. And this is the part of the map they've been
DRX still have
control. They've been sending 2 or 3 players to fight back left. Now they'll have some trouble. They've even put a shock dart down to break a trap that isn't there. And they might even think, oh, maybe Cypher's not around here. Maybe his traps aren't here. Oh, if they turned, they'd see him.
Oh my goodness.
Just in time, they've spotted less, removed the traps, even got some info because they're going to see them now and know, okay, keep an eye for those in future rounds.
Yeah, this is where things should become quite
yeah, I actually know what episode you're talking about as well. That's funny.
They should know at this point they're up against pistols. Maybe worried about that rifle being picked up from behind, but still quite a heavy investment.
Wow.
Sadak, though, is going to be able to drop one. This leaves things problematic as they're looking to try and break through Pancada.
Mako 1v3.
It's getting very dangerous.
It's one. So doable in the Soul.
Always a nuisance to try and clear the flash.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Would have come up on radar. Pretty sure it came up on radar, or someone that was dead called that, basically. Someone that was dead called that. Might have come up on the radar. Might have been, I'm not sure, might have been his res. I don't actually know what actually went on there. Either way, he didn't see him. Someone in the team definitely called it. Potentially came up on radar. Nice, nice thrifty from them. It was a nice eco. They did great here. That kill was very important. It looked like yeah, it looked I thought Buzz would have got that kill.
That is an unbelievable round from Loud, coming in with 4 sheriffs and a marshal. And it's Aspis getting those first 2
chat, this one's going to be wild. There's 8 ults up, and literally the exact same buys in terms of Chamber has his ult, Jet has his ult. So this is an odd one. With these ults up, okay, this Sadak's ult is very important, right? Chamber has the ult, so his ult against Chamber's ult is like really, really strong. The Chamber, sorry, the KO ult against this comp is actually really important in terms of, in terms of these 2 ults. Georges, thank you so much, bro. Welcome. 3 months, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. And no problem, bro. Thank you for the kind words.
This hold on B side again, a completely different setup from these traps. It's the benefit of running the Cypher. If you're able to just
okay, there goes the wall. We have an okay rotate. We have info trip that's going to get hit by the drone. Oh, okay, maybe not. Oh man, I feel sorry for Les. It's a weird approach when they have people in the right position, but they don't want to play together like in front. It's weird. They are just letting them get through over towards site. DRX at least getting onto the B site all the time. I want to see Loud, if they are going to have a pause, hold this a lot heavier than what we're seeing. But let's see, 4v3, sorry, 4v5 retake. Keep an eye on this again, right? They know that they like to afterplant. The Viper late lurks have been insane. Can Pancada go huge? No. But it creates enough distraction that they have time. RB with his ult here. RB should be so fine for this one. Hey, I like the idea from Loud. I thought it was good again. Pancada, if there is a pause, you're going to see DRX talk about Pancada's luck, right? That's twice now that we've seen him have a late luck and get success in terms of kill over here. If I am Loud, I think they really need to talk about B in terms of fighting way heavier on the site. This guy, Les, is getting wrecked, like, and it's not his fault. He's just on his own defending against a 5-man hit. Like, they're getting so much from the Viper wall.
They've managed to put it up 3-3, tie up the scoreline, and push Loud again to a very weak buy. But look at what they've got to start the round off with.
Okay, instant ult over towards A. What's their money? Pretty much, got 2 hero guns. Dude, DRX are exploiting B. And they, rightly so though, they get onto site every single time.
Easy cleanup for DRX. This was a pretty decent investment.
Dude, Loud need a pause. Loud have to do a pause. DRX, in terms of game plans, I loved it from Loud, right? I love the late luck that gets all of their util when they're going on to B. But now the DRX have just realized that they're so fine in terms of they're playing for the retake. Every single time they're just aware of it in terms of people now holding it, and they're just getting onto site for free. So I thought the game plan was good from Loud, but DRX have worked it out, and this guy's getting a lot every round.
Still got his wall to play with, so he can maybe block off some vision. But that's about where the hope ends.
He's got to almost just, again, try and do as much damage as he can. He's going to get...
That's nice. 2 jump spot, 1 guy swings as well. So they dealt with this well. I want to see a Loud pause. They need to change their approach in B. It's getting wrecked a little bit.
And that's the thing. A lot of teams do almost try to avoid heading into this B site so regularly. Like the A site execution, the afterplant, That's the most common point of call on this map, just because how easy it is.
Good timeout. So what you're going to see is Loud is going to talk about B site, okay? Their original game plan was, we'll let them have B, hopefully the Cypher can get some kills, okay? And then we're going to win the retakes because Pancada's going to do so much on the lurk, right? They always play in terms of mollies and stuff, and they're always playing very heavy over towards, I actually don't know what we call it, but the window area, right? This is the site here, and then this is the window area. So that was the original game plan. It's not working out because DRX are kind of just exploiting it, and now they're ready. So now Loud need to do a new thing where they just defend B really heavy, and then now DRX can kind of play around, right? Do we now start going over towards A? Do we explore middle? So
Nobody wants these.
I feel like the game plan from Loud was good, but DRX have just kind of on the fly adjusted very fast to it.
Have this fight. I think it's the same for the I'm sure.
Yeah, Stacks is new IGL.
Both teams just went. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I say new. It's been most of this year. So.
Champions, isn't it? One of us has to go home, and of course, I almost feel like we're leading towards an FPX fanatic. I'm just looking at that lower bracket.
Okay, let's see.
I can see it happening.
How is the approach to B going to be? And are DRX going to change anything up? The fact that this is so heavy A, it feels like they're expecting DRX to change stuff up maybe and go over towards A. We'll see.
What are our expectations to close out this half? I mean, Loud currently on 3. Feels like they could have had more, but at the same time, the
Insta one way. Okay, so now this is nice from DRX. We've gone away from the B simulator here, and then we are now just taking over towards mid control, right? We had the recon at the beginning. We've had a dog. That's a nice dog. This route, so clears all of this and clears down middle in case there's a push. So clears these two main spots. So that's nice. So they cleared all the middle. You see the Viper. The Viper is now over towards here, right? The Viper is now... This is the big change up from Loud, okay? Viper was more over towards A. The Viper is now over towards B, and they're trying to do more of a lockdown so they can have the mollies here. That's the change up from Loud. And then looking over to DRX, instead of all the B hits, they're thinking something like this might happen because it's relatively obvious. And we're going to do something like this. So this is smart. This is good from both teams. This is when, like, you know, I talked about FPX in terms of how they approach their tac pauses. Like, they'll do this change up the round after, expecting something like this. Do you get what I mean? Like, they'll keep everything the same. That knife kills it. That knife hit everyone, by the way. But that's why those kind of mind games work, where you do your change up a little bit later because you think they're going to change up their games. Tac pauses are a lot of mind games for sure, and tac pauses are worth. When you're a coach, you should look into like how the enemy team approaches their tac pauses because it's all different. The knife was insane. This was mad as well. Holy hell, he can get a lot from this. Still a 3-on-3. Keep an eye on the time.
As well to follow. This leaves DRX with basically no hope. They've got to get in here and plant right here and now. The attempt is being made. Loud rushing in to try and stop it, to halt the plant before
Pancada's been kind of unreal. He knows he was the planter. This wall is great. Wall creates a lot of questions, so he could have gone here, which has been cleared, but he could also be back into main with this wall. But yeah, that's why he has to. That's why he has to be scared of the right. Yeah, so it's nice. Really well played from Mako, right? The wall just creating the big question mark that he might have gone back to here, and he could have gone into this as well. So Mako played this great. Really smart from him. Just playing the Viper well, and this was a massive round for them to win in terms of hitting over towards the site, getting out of the choke point when there's 4 people here. 4 people here with an ult going off. The fact that DRX win this, that is yeah, that's something.
They were able to stabilize even within all of that havoc.
They had an insane ult. They had an insane ult in the defense half. They had 4 people here, and DRX still won the round. I'm so worried for Loud. Shocks for the normal trip places, so that the Jet could just go in. That's a nice kill, dude. They look kind of look a little bit better on their 50s, honestly. This is better though. More people playing in front of the wall. They have a better chance into this one.
They need to do that here and now. The pistol still not being dealt with. Sassy will fall, but look at the swing on the back of the site. So much firepower here for Loud, but in the end,
dude, Loud are getting so wrecked.
Not take anyone else from DRX down. RB surviving that round with 1 health, Stacks on 10.
Okay, so they went back to B against Eco, but they also, there's an important amount of information here. They also saw 2 people fighting very early on, so they do know that they're probably fighting heavier, and you saw these pings, right? There was just some pings here. over towards here. So they are also, they're doing really good at gathering information mid-game and delivering it to everyone, right? They saw the trips that are being placed down here, and they started pinging and talking about it, right? So these are the trips now. So you see they've been shock darting here and here, trying to kill the normal trips so that the Jet can get in. They at least noting that the trips were there this round, so it's good. DRX are doing very good at info. Like we used to have in Liquid, we used to have like 3 info gatherers. We would call them info gatherers, and then 2 IGLs. Where it would be like Scream and Yampy would be making the main calls, and then the other 3 are just delivering information back. Right, the other 3 are in charge of just like what's going on in their area that they're defaulting, so that the kind of callers, the IGLs, can have an easier time working out stuff. DRX, yeah, DRX looks so good on this map. It's so nice at the moment.
Perfect. He saw the barrel. At least I think he might have. Either way, he's got the shot connected. The DRX now selling this massive fake information.
Hey, this is a nice camera. This is a nice camera. It gets early info, but they're avoiding the Viper ult.
This TP was set to go back to mid, and they've reset for a B take.
The thing is, this is going to be spotted. And they can probably hear this above them. They're eventually going to break it, but all the information is going to be there. It's just whether they can delay them enough. And I'm not so sure they can.
Nice tag with the camera.
Still manages to find a kill with the operator.
Look at this camera. It's incredible.
Found his cam in the shrubbery.
Okay, they just found it now.
Well, Les has gone down, so that'll do the job. But remember, Loud have held on here with pistols for so long in the past. Now a rifle in hand, and it's the Op to grab one. Good timing.
Keep an eye on the time. Dude, they're all over them. So I think this might be brutal. I think this has so much potential to be a 2-0. DRX have just looked insane on this map at the moment. Right, they're all over them. The B hit, like B is just getting exploited so hard. It's crazy.
And they still only lose like 1 or 2 players just because their trading is so effective that the second that player's position is revealed, somebody is there to pinch on it. You can see it there. The shot hits, stacks, instantly Marco swings. It's just that interplay between DRX right now.
Nah, the cam's legal. The cam's absolutely fine.
Much to deal with. And for Loud, because they're playing so slow, even though they have these deep information positions, by the time they realize, it's already too late.
And sometimes you would have that being a bad trade, because if you imagine the Jet is further back on the corner and can back out, but there was a player watching that as well, so they actually knew Jet was like in the middle of the wall. Just perfect play, great information coming their way.
This is what happens when they go to the site that actually has util to stop them. Holy hell, though!
And it's return times 2. The pistols at least able to do
like they're hitting some shots.
Damn.
The recovery's just mad, isn't it?
Oh, they did so
Can I get my mic louder? Maybe I need to turn down the caster slightly. I'll do that. I'll turn them down ever so slightly.
Really benefits him, but now Zest, he's been able to cross.
They don't even need the ults. 2 shock darts.
The thing is, at this time as well.
Dude, this is so brutal. I'm telling you.
Let's go. Okay, Hunter's Fury will guarantee the round. If he even touches it, let's just make.
They even had good util. They stopped them in the choke point, and then they managed to hit sites. It's kind of nuts.
Even the time that is being bought is going to be far more problematic. Sadak having to be so careful that even in the late seconds, he's just going to try and stick it. Maybe there's a small angle, but eventually
this is pretty much this is textbook. This is Loud's map.
I think Loud are normally better defense. DRX are normally better on attack.
Yeah, I thought this was a little bit crazy picking this against them, but it's only 1/2, so we'll see. That was a nice shot in the end.
They won pistol and they've got 3 rounds.
They won pistol and an upset eco round.
Yeah,
remember Sheriffs, they haven't won a single buy round, and this is just a terrible position to be in. I did love the attempt, though. If Sadak had caught both players with that flash, if they didn't have a recon on, they might not have heard him tap it. He might have been able to sneak it out from under their nose, but it wasn't to be this time. Loud, not able to get off the
oh, they're very disciplined, yeah, for sure. Their afterplants are very good. That's the issue, is that their site hits are really good and their afterplants are really good. Like, when you play against DRX, like all you want to do is stop the. This is why I think Breeze is a weird pick against DRX, because all you want to do against DRX is you want to stop them getting in position to actually exec, right? When they get into these kind of positions, you get a little bit wrecked. But on Breeze, it's a lot harder to fight for these positions than anything else. It's like a perfect map for them. So that's why I felt like Breeze is a bit of a bold map. Like I said when I saw the maps, I felt that they heavy favor DRX.
Something different, a mid-walk, trying to take some space, trying to remove some information from the other side, and maybe catching a rotation, but even still, less is going to go down to Buzz. Flash from Sadak will at least slow them down, at least for a second, but they almost need
Fracture, yeah. They're the two maps that they're the two maps that are really hard to play on because it's so hard to prevent them from actually execing into sites in terms of there's a lot of it to cover the map.
But as he's reloading, Aspis closes this space. Now he's nice and close, ready to fight, but Buzz takes out the Blade Storm, and he's ready to take hits. One frag to bring him to 3. And with Stacks, Mako, and Zest alive, a Viper's Pit in play, a flash around, damage done, a drone in as well, and it's even getting the tag. Insult to injury here. There's practically
holy hell, they look so good.
Intervention. That Loud will be winning a buy round in this half.
That actually looks so good.
This is their map pick, Tom. This is their side, and DRX have dismantled them.
Honestly, I feel like we're gonna chuck this back over to the desk, and Achilles is gonna have the biggest grade. Actually,
yeah,
let's just give it
they didn't really have a okay, multiple things. First of all, DRX's like adaption mid-game was insane. Right, it was insane. The idea of Loud doing the lurks behind to kind of wreck their afterplant stuff got completely owned. Right, like it worked twice, and only once did it work and actually won the round. Okay, in terms of pistol.
Yeah, there's not a lot of high points to
Yeah,
sell.
they won no buy rounds.
Round in that half. That was DRX domination across the board. And I think the biggest question heading into this map was how.
Do you know what's mad at the moment? Do you know what is kind of mad at the moment? The best chance people have had against getting a map off of DRX was actually Furier on Ascent because they were so proactive on their defense half.
And dismantling the setups every time, Benkai.
Yeah, it was literally exactly what I said they were gonna do. Like DRX is a.
That luck was the difference between 9-3 and a level 1. Honestly, yeah.
Loud were gonna run the same comp that they did against Optic. DRX are gonna study the hell out of it, and it is very evident in the shot placement and the way that the drones cleared the path.
100 feet lost in overtime also. Yeah, but they also didn't. Again, I personally believe that no team is playing how I believe you should play against DRX on the attack side. I think, I don't know. Maybe I expected. Maybe my expectations were too high, or maybe it's way harder. Maybe they're way harder to anti than they used to be. I'm not sure what's going on. I would need to. Maybe I need to try and anti them to just double check it. But Potato Feet, what's up, dude? Welcome so much. Welcome so much. Thank you so much. 2 months in the Star Club. We still in the first 2? Yeah, still in the first 2 hours. Brain hasn't warmed up yet. Maybe welcome too much is the new thing. Teams aren't really challenging DRX. Okay, I'll simply put how you play against DRX. Okay, if you sit on site against DRX and you do not go proactive and you let them get map control, you are going to get wrecked. If you stick on site against DRX, you are going to get wrecked. Okay, that is just a straight up fact. You sit on these sites and you don't take map control into these areas, this area or this area, you are going to lose. Pretty much the same for every single map. If you sit on sites and you try and hold some kind of like good crossfire or whatever you have, you are going to get owned. You have to go aggro. No teams are doing it against them, and they're just loving it. The only team that did it against them like well was Furier on Ascent. That's literally it. Their XX are too good. Their XX are too good and their firepower is great. Yeah, you have to be super proactive on defense. Paper Rex would actually... Paper Rex playstyle would work insanely well against DRX.
Well, Loud are certainly upping the pace on the Halls push. We didn't see this for a while coming out of DRX, but right off the rip,
let's see how Loud can do on the attack side.
In towards Buzz and leave him all by himself. And he'll get nothing done this time.
Hey, they hit some nice shots here.
Connection from that Sheriff Aspis has been buying up. They'll be able to get a plant and keep very deep control.
Really good opportunity for them here. Aspas playing up close, and already they're just
Damn.
slaughtering the
Double
remaining
pistol.
opposition
Oh my god, they're
stacks.
going to win double pistol.
Left.
They might win double pistol
1v5.
and it could be dominant.
Now,
That's kind of scary.
We have seen him do something like this before.
Let's
I
see. Let's see
remember
what they got in
Mike,
store
I
for their
remember
attack
the
side.
craziest clutch
That's
I think
the
we had in
first
that
step.
tournament.
That is the first step to a comeback.
But I don't think he has the time to do it. Even any orbs that he can gain would be nice, and he's already starting to spot players behind him. That one should be free. Anything more though? Yeah, that would be a surprise.
What did you think of
Aspas
Team
gonna
Liquid's
make sure it
Champions
doesn't go
run?
any further.
I mean, you had pretty much
I think they
everybody
did
close.
good
Sassy was the
considering
only
they
guy
came
who
from
had
last chance
close to
qualifier and
100
they don't
back
have
with
like
his
a
5
born
shields, but
IGL.
in the end, it's just a little too much to ask. Look, that is light at the
I
end of the
think
tunnel,
I
perhaps,
think
but
people
let's
don't
remember the
understand how
previous
hard
half.
it is to
Loud
play
on
with
the
like.
pistol, the
I don't
follow-up,
think
the
people.
eco round, and outside of that,
The
they
Fnatic
got
Liquid
nothing
game was
done.
actually a
They
perfect
were
game to
the
kind of
hands
just
down every single time at
kind of just
DRX.
show how important an
Sure,
IGL
they
is.
don't win this pistol
Right,
either,
you
but if
got
you
you got
lose both
Boaster
pistols,
against
you're leading by
Scream.
5.
On paper,
It's a pretty
Boaster
good
against
spot to be
Scream,
in.
everyone is going to
Yeah,
go,
and
yep,
they're
well,
not gonna really be
Scream is
taking
the
any
one.
risks in this
But
round
actually,
either.
like,
Basically nothing
they
invested.
completely
Arby
out
didn't even buy headhunter
called
bullets.
them.
So, they
So
really
actually
aren't
there,
putting
like,
anything into this round.
Boaster
It's
was
like, you know
better
what?
than Scream.
We're the kings
So
of the
that's why
buy
stats
rounds.
are kinda
Let's just wait for
useless.
those to come along. And even still, Buzz has done a little bit of damage. Now, realistically, that means nobody should drop in this round.
Liquid should get red guard. Liquid should
Yeah,
be.
especially when you've already got the
That should be
control, I
Liquid's
think
main
it comes
goal
over
right
to-
now. Is
it comes
getting
to
red guard.
overextensions, realistically, and with the investment you've got,
Like
you
if
cannot
I'm
allow
Liquid and
overextensions
they
to happen. Those
miss the
mistakes
chance of
can
actually
come
getting
through
red guard,
unless
they
it's
really
only
messed
back
up.
125 HP. It's going to be a tough fight for Zest.
JKG, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Thank you so much. Welcome into the Slug Club chat. Let's get a lot of slugs in for JKG.
Tiny bit of damage his teammate
What's
just
up,
did,
dudes?
but short of that, it'll be dying to the spike.
The Goose House.
Really interesting
What's
angle
up,
to
bro?
actually try and hold. Obviously it's
90
one that
bits.
could
Thank
allow
you
him
as
to
well,
dive
bro.
to the
Nezkin.
spike
Thank you so
later,
much,
maybe
dude.
just catch
Appreciate
someone,
that.
But I'd be surprised if anybody really went up in that direction. I guess just trying to make sure he's not giving any extra orbs. Nothing to play with going
Kid
into next.
Hooksy.
Yeah, he'll go down to the spike.
Man,
Would've been hilarious
Hooksy
if he fired it from the
Hooksy gets
Just
brutalized, bro.
staring at the wall.
I'd hate to be that guy.
Guess I'll play
Centrix,
Headhunter next round.
BTW,
Well,
thank you so much, dude.
with that, DRX
This is probably a
come
good
out
game
9-5.
for
They have a 4-round
probably a good
lead
game,
after
to be
losing both
honest,
pistols and
for
follow-ups,
for
and a near
Hooksy.
flawless record when they've
Centrix,
got
by the
rifles in
way,
their hands.
appreciate it. New
Funnily enough, I mean when their opponents have rifles in their hands.
new member,
That's
thank you so much,
actually
dude.
flawless.
Appreciate it. Chat, 2
10
new
seconds
members,
left till the
and you started the
barriers go
hype
up,
train.
and you
Thank
can
you,
see
welcome,
this is a
appreciate
pretty
it. Right,
concentrated push
right.
from
Here we
Loud.
go.
They've got no
Step
control
1
over
complete for
trapping
Loud
time watch
in terms of the
behind.
comeback. Step
They're looking
2
to
is
take
win the
A balls.
The
bonus.
thing is, I think we're going to see some aggression on the other side. Like already, the Tiger coming through is
Let's
going to
see.
give so much information that look at the rotation. Look straight away.
Dimasic
DRX,
played well for them
3
during
players on this
champs.
side, a fourth one
Yeah,
going
he did
through
fine.
mid. They're going to have so many
But
players here.
They need that.
But
The preference already
is
shown to
replacing
move towards this
is
site
replacing
right away
any
from
of
the
them
pistol
and getting an
round. It's
IGL a
wise for
buff?
DRX
Yes,
to still have
straight up.
players stacked up
I would
around
replace
here.
any of them with an
Aspas
IGL.
on his way towards the site, clearing through. Buzz
That's
gets dropped.
this is massive.
Aspas is now
This has a
making his
lot
way
of
to the
potential right
doorway,
now.
but that's
They
when he
get the
gets
spike
caught by
down, they
Zest.
go for
Had a
after
little
plants, they
trap set
four-man
up
play
on
main,
Black Yellow and
the
Halls.
wall
They
is in
secure
front of,
control.
the
And
wall is
from here,
behind
they'll
this,
look to
the
fight their way back
spike,
into the
so
site.
they can see
But
it from
look how far
A main no
back
matter
they've
what.
gone to.
Mako doesn't have a
They are
smoke, so they're
all
going to
over
have
the
constant
spawn,
vision
and
over towards
Mako's
this,
already
and they're
fired
going
off
for a
his snake
cypher lurk.
bites.
This has
Won't have
mad
anything to work with,
potential.
whereas Pancada's got his. You've got 2 shop darts to work with, and I believe the orb
Mollies
should
are
be on
going in.
spike as well.
This duel's important. Okay,
They at least managed to
DRX
clear
can
out
win
the
this.
lurker.
They have to kind of go
They're all coming
aggro.
from the same position, but with utility removed, and as you mentioned, basically so much damage being taken as they go anywhere
What's this?
near that
Molly
spike.
is Molly's
They
good.
shouldn't have much of an
They got it half
opportunity.
though. Yeah, they played this
just
great.
wiped out everyone else. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to actually get the defuse through. That's the only issue they have.
Hey, they played this really well in the end. DRX did good. I thought Loud had good chance into this, but they did everything they needed to do, right? They won the important duel in terms of the lurk behind, and then they pushed forward, and RB is... Dude, RB is being very impactful in this game so far. That kill was everything, by the way.
And it's this swing from RB cleaning the last 2.
RB had some impact there. That was nice. Vinta as well. Thanks so much. 4 months in the Slug Club. Appreciate it. Okay, stage 2 kind of failed, so this is backup. This is backup step 2 for Loud. They have to win this one. They have to put DRX over towards Nico, else I strongly believe that this map is done. Dog on the defense goes out, Recon at the middle, so no mid control. Big question mark in terms of Loud for mid control, and I mean, they get the camera here, so the camera's good here. It spots all of this and all of this. So the only question mark so far for Loud is this: KO, ult. We go for the split. There is 3 people here that this guy's really important. The Sova could actually pop off here. What can the Sova do? Sova gets 1.
No trade back though.
Okay, they're just going to accept this. Okay, 3 on 2. This is nice from Loud. They plant in front of the wall again. Are they going to lurk this time?
Feed that info over. Zest waiting for him to pass, and then they'll start to make their move. Again, look at what they're up against. Shock darts for Sassy.
The thing is, I actually think they might be able to defuse behind the... Well, it doesn't matter. Viper's dead. Whatever. We'll see. I kind of want to keep an eye on the plant. Like going forward. Hey, nice shots. Okay, DRX go over into an eco. So Loud didn't get the bonus, but they do get this one. So economy can start to flow in this round. DRX call a timeout. I think that's a good idea. It's been a lot of A so far. This was a nice split though. They did good to have the KO all online into an important round.
And then you're just able to use Aspas as like, okay,
would I consider returning to Liquid? I'm only joining a team with an IGL. Like, yeah, I'm not joining a team if they don't have an IGL. So something would have to change. Kagura Koi Koi, what's up? Kagura Koi Koi, thank you so much. Welcome into the Slug Club. Appreciate it.
I enjoy the fact that, you know, the round before we saw Aspas walking up halls, open the door. And then what he ended up meeting was Mako's Poison Orb. A really interesting setup. Normally when you open that door and try to play the late round lurk, you're going to be hoping that one of them closes it, gives you the info that they're at least there, maybe starts to distract the player watching halls. But instead, these guys were content to play retake, to watch for the push coming up and catch Aspas, because they had that orb to block the vision whenever they needed it. They didn't have to go and close the door immediately and panic about the extra angles. But then you adapt to that and you say, okay, so the slow play with a late lurk in through halls is not working because they have a good adaptation.
Depends on, depends. It depends. It is a. I would be more tempted to gamma pop in that hypothetical. I would be more tempted. I would have to consider it for sure. Do you think Team Liquid have no? Do you think Team Liquid having no IGL is the reason they lose? 100%. You can't win. You can't win or be consistent without an IGL. It doesn't make sense. They got completely outplayed, and they could have antied and played well against Fnatic, right? Even I on stream could anti-strat them, and I've only seen like 1 game. You can tell by their util where they're gonna go for sure in terms of their bind. You just didn't see any of it. They just got completely mid-rounded. So yeah, pretty much. I don't think they can. I don't think they can win tournaments without an IGL. It's a big reason why I left, and that's a big reason why it was mad that Trav left as well. Because one of the reasons that I left is that they didn't want to make any changes. They wanted to stick as a 5, and I really wanted an IGL. And then I left, and then Trav left 2 like weeks later. So it was odd. But it is what it is. Whatever. Nah, I do. Okay, let's focus on this. I would do like a assistant coach and stuff. I would like to do strat heavy stuff only, like anti stuff, and our own strats. Like I would like to just be told a comp and then design everything for it. That would be ideal. Is the stack going to get here in time? There is no wall. Oh, I'm worried for DRX. Sorry, I'm worried for Loud here. Because, okay, they dealt with it well. They dealt with it well. I was worried they had nothing to clear off these choke points, and there was 4 people here. Oh boy. Still, okay. Dude, if they had any other guns here, that could have been an interesting round. They at least all went in together. They had good numbers. I liked the fact that when they went in, a lot of them went here instead of over towards here, so that they could isolate these jewels in terms of they were in this area and they couldn't be seen from here. Okay, so they isolated it. Even though these choke points were open, they went heavy over towards here so that these guys could focus over towards this bit. They're running out, so I actually like that a lot. It's actually kind of a nice protocol if you have no smokes for here, going heavy right instead of heavy left. That's kind of cool. I thought that was actually pretty good by them. This is an important round. Visual XD MND. What's up, bro? Thank you so much. Visual X Demand or something? I don't know. Either way, bro. Thank you so much. Okay, chat. Look at the money, right? This is a big one. This is a big one. The money's starting to flow here. This guy can drop no matter what. So Lau can always buy. And DRX, we have one ult, we have two ults. Okay, we have two ults from each side, but obviously Mako's ults are pretty big. Mako has been great in terms of using his ults reactively. So yeah.
The thing is as well, they can't really beat any rotation.
Isn't Scream IGL? I need an IGL that does a lot outside of the game. Like outside of the game in terms of we'll sit there at night and we'll study the other teams. I need to have an IGL that wants to be IGL. Isn't like forced to be IGL because other people don't want to do it. Like a person that wants to sit there like Boaster, that will come up with strats, that knows exactly what the enemy team does. So when the XX come in, like when this comes in and they just go, well, this is going to happen because I've seen this before. That's what I want. Like when you're watching the team comms and Boaster sees some bit of utility and goes, oh, that's this strat. Like that is what I want to see. That is what I want. This got fully shut down, by the way. They're really trying to fake the A and pull rotations off over towards B.
Sassy's picked up the operator and he is heading for the hills with 5 seconds on the clock. There's no chance they take
okay, 11-7. Dude, DRX looks great.
Yeah, and I like the fact that we are just seeing the utility used from DRX being able to work things out. Because I was looking at Ace and
Boaster is amazing, bro. Boaster's sick. Boaster gets flamed so hard, but it's kind of okay because he should know that everyone flaming him has no idea. Like everyone who flames Boaster has literally no idea about the game. Like, sorry to bring like ranks into it, but everyone that flames Boaster, you know that none of them are above like Diamond, I guess, and they're just all like stat. They're all just stat lookers. That's it. Like everyone who flames him just has no idea. Okay, here we go. All goes in. They go fast over towards this. Oh boy, I'm so scared right now. Oh my god, he's been tagged. Oh, he still gets on. I can't believe he still gets on. Okay, chat, it's on though. They've got A. They go over towards the site. They get the spike down. Oh my god, they nearly didn't get the spike down. Oh my goodness.
I don't even know how he's controlled it. I don't know if he meant to kill him, but he's got the frag.
That was a mad kill. Can Aspas get another?
Oh!
Oh my god. That was crazy. This was a nuts round.
Loud seemed to have stolen this round away. What a play by Aspas, and Buzz, he is just looking for absolutely anything. No information to work with. In the end, he's going to be shot.
And they kept a lot of ults into this. Pancada with that kill gets his ult as well. So DRX, their money's kind of low. They can buy into this, but there's one person that might. I think one person might be. I think it might all just be light armor. I think it won't matter too much. This was nuts. The fact that he got that extra kill there. Damn, Aspas, that was huge.
But this is the superstar level Aspas that we sort of expect to see on this team. 11-8.
Consider joining Fnatic. I actually think the you know, the second coach or analyst that Fnatic picked up at the moment, I'm actually pretty sure he's really good. I'm seeing a lot of. I've heard that he's in charge of like a lot of their defense stuff in terms of Fnatic, and their defense is actually looking maybe the best it's looked. Like their attack's always been pretty good because of Boaster's calling, but I actually think the defense of the problem with Fnatic at the moment is their map pull.
The pushes down halls now.
Right, their breeze looks a little bit questionable, and their pull is not good.
But the snake bites also stop any further aggression from coming through. You can't take space off the back of it.
It's Durka's old coach. I actually think he's pretty good. So I don't think Fnatic would actually
the mid player's attention
like need me really, because I think this guy looks pretty decent.
That whole fight, he was just moving his way forward, or even just tried to bait some rotations, but nobody moving. Marco is going to throw down another snake bite, which again will.
Okay, they did good here to stop this. This is
next time out. There's not going to be much to stop them.
This is going to be hard. How are they going to get out of the choke point? Recon here to get out of the choke point. Dude, Aspas is having impact. Can this guy? No. Sadak's mental. Sadak goes through his own, that was his own molly, right? Okay, don't give him too many. Keep an eye on the luck, though. The luck's pretty decent at the moment. He's lucked all the way through middle. Don't do this to me. Okay, I'll refresh after.
That is nasty.
They need to hunt the
The other
guns.
two are saving.
Okay, this
They're
guy
almost
doesn't
just
matter.
saying,
RB
okay,
doesn't
tour
matter.
de
This guy
force,
should just
you're gonna
ignore
weapon,
RB.
just try and do
You
some
don't want to,
damage in
because he
this
doesn't
round,
have a
try and
gun.
make things as
This
costly
kill
as
doesn't matter.
possible, and while he'll get nothing
Sound like
more.
him.
That lurk again has just been causing issues.
Okay,
Being able
they
to
can,
take that space late in the round,
they can try and
almost
hunt
as
these a bit.
separate member of this squad. And now he's trying to remove the remaining weapons. He's been spotted by Zest. You can see that Stax is somewhat torn between two spots, and Zest actually goes and peeks him. Not the man you want to be fighting.
Their money is in the bin. They actually really need to save this gun.
And wow.
Go Coach of Honor. Dude, Honor is kind of unreal on the line. Nice. Look at all the kills. Okay, we're getting close. They go over towards an eco. They force the second timeout, and they had 4 ults or something.
So little to work with, and so many gaps in play right there. Definitely the right time to go back to the drawing board at 11-9.
Kamel, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. With the Prime, appreciate it. 4 months in the Slug Club. Thanks for the support. You've posted some Boomer Slugs, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's some Boomer Slugs for you. Unless you're calling me a Boomer Slug, which is pretty warranted. And Lilybet as well. Lilybet, thanks so much. You always use that emote. You're the user that uses the eating rice emote the most, for sure. Lilybet, thank you so much. And then the tube, you've just seen the amount of rounds where okay, this is getting kind of interesting. The splits so far, if I'm looking over towards what DRX might need to do, and maybe I haven't paid enough attention, but I definitely want to see DRX change up how they're approaching tube, for sure. I feel like they're getting a lot of... Loud haven't really been challenged in tube, and they've lost to a split twice on important rounds. Every important buy round that I've seen, in terms of when it's going to force DRX into an eco, Loud have abused tube, right? They've split A. We saw the KO one, and then we saw just then. So I would like to see a change up of how they're going to approach tube, but let's see. We'll have to wait until the buy round for that. Eco looking like they might go aggro towards here.
So far on this defensive half,
Loud as well, keeping it really simple, right? Loud are literally just going A against buys and going B against ecos majority of the time, right? You saw the other time when they didn't have any of the smokes here against ecos, where I complimented them going into this area. So their kind of calling style's been very easy at the moment. It's a lot of A's on buys and it's a lot of B's on ecos just to try and make it look like they're evenly hitting the sights. They put the ult into this because Buzz has his ult, so they want to make sure if Buzz is here, they don't want to get absolutely wrecked. I think this is so fine. Especially if they can keep this clean and keep money good, they're going to be able to buy for the rest of this half. So.
20 kills. He's on 21 now. This spot is being watched
all the time. Is this guy going to expect 2?
Could
no.
not have been worse. Good trade at least, but it does little to bridge the gap in this round. 2 versus 4.
Yeah, they actually ended up using a lot of ults into this one.
It went down so long ago.
Oh my god, just tearing them apart.
Les has been kind of nice on the luck.
After DRX did so well to decimate his setups, this round
I thought you liked Neon's Breach XX on Breeze. Did I change my mind? No, but it's in my opinion, you know the Breeze comp that they used? It's a one and done, right? It's a one and done comp. Now it's been seen, it will not win again, in my opinion.
From just playing Chamber. And you look at some of the best maps they have. Okay, this one was what we saw prior in the tournament. He's moved back over to Cypher, an agent that is quite far out of the agent pool on a lot of maps. He's also gone back to Killjoy.
I'm so fine to be proven wrong, but I think so. Okay, so now what's the adaptation from so DRX called the timeout last round. Okay, they had an eco, so now we get to see a real change up. Are they going to do anything towards tube? And is this going to be A again? Like, are they literally just hitting B on ecos and A on buy rounds? Okay, they go more aggro. They go a little bit more aggro. This could be an important kill. Buzz is just... he takes a dink, but he also knows that he did a bit of damage, so he is just fighting for it. Wanting to create a lot of pressure here, maybe so they're trying to use more util here. This is what I'm talking about in terms of I wanted to see them punish tube. But...
a couple of bullets worth of damage. Again, though, this tube spot has just caused them so many issues.
Uh-oh.
They're going to get the
Hello.
information. The Aspas is here, but I'm going to be honest, I think you probably could have worked that out anyway.
Drone goes out. Drone checks this guy. Can he get a kill? No, has to TP away. Knife goes in as well, so they know that the whole of the site's clear. So this is good, and they got pressure over towards tube. No one's died early though. They're playing a lot further back on towards A, right? There's not a person isolated. They put the chamber a bit closer so that they can have numbers on the retake. So it's a good change up. That's a nice kill. That is a nice kill that goes down. But Spike is down and the Spike is here. But the worrying thing about this Viper ult is there's nowhere to hide, right? So spams are going to be really important. Pancada is probably going to get spammed down once they all get close, really. Yeah, he has to kind of do this. He does have to kind of do this.
And slow this down as much as possible. Everybody
Oh, this is interesting.
low as they try and push through, and Pancada is just
oh, this is so interesting, dude. They're all just sitting in the smoke. They're all just sitting in the ult and taking low damage. Pancada did incredible, chat. Pancada did incredible. I was worried about this ult in terms of him getting spammed down. He felt like it was going to last for a long enough time. He did his mollies to delay, and they're all in there just hunting for him, right? They know if they get that kill on him, it completely changes the round. But he's already round here. He's already just all the way back out of his ult. He played this so well. This was great. If DRX do not shut down Tube, they are going to lose. I swear. It's crazy. And they haven't realized, they have not realized that they hit A on every buy round and hit B on every eco.
16-14.
Dude, this was Pancada did insane in this ult though, I'm telling you. His decision to leave here was perfect. They lose that round if he doesn't make that decision making. Chat, they have to eco. It's 11-11, they have to eco.
And he doesn't really know. I don't think any of us do. I don't know why it has to happen, but DRX, they need that little time to wake up in second halves. Look, 11-11 is not the end of the world, but
okay, this is looking a bit more like a shutdown of Tube. They're at least having one person over towards Tube, so this is good. They need to stop the pressure from happening here, so they can focus way more heavier here. Because basically the distraction's going in here and then they go out and plant. Okay, they are going A against an eco though, so this is a nice change up. This guy is in between the two. Oh boy. Okay, Buzz has a chance. What's the timing like on the wall going down? That's a big kill. Buzz, chat, Buzz can get a lot.
Within this corner, it's a nasty surprise hiding behind the screen, and Marco, while he's causing
oh, important frags. Can this guy get anything? This is the only gun. Oh my god, he got 2 dinks.
But again, it's left onto Stacks. The rotator, the B defender.
Oh god. Oh, chat, 10 HP, 61 HP. That felt like it could have gone. That could have gone there. Okay, nice comeback from Loud. One chance to close this out.
After 5 rounds in a row.
Well, there's a new sheriff in town here on Breeze. Loud came in looking like they were down and out in this half. Faith was at an all-time low in the Brazilian side, but now just look at that score line. Not only are they in the lead, but they are on map point here, and you can see DRX
it was a good eco from them. Okay, where are we going now? We've got a big stack over towards A. It's almost as if they've been hitting A every buy round and they don't want it to happen again. Big stack over towards A. Do Loud change it up? Probably not. It's been working all the time. Here we go. Buzz going aggro again. That was something that they wanted to do, try and shut down this area a bit more, but it's just like all they really have is him doing this at the beginning, and then when he's done his dash, they just leave it. It's weird. Les has got complete control of short. He still has his camera as well, so he's got a good lurk on. And they're actually leaving A. He didn't hit anything when he went close to A, so they decide to leave it. We still have 2 people here. We have a flash. Dude, they're not shutting down Tube. The pressure from Tube again is just wrecking them. Door opens. Good luck on sight. Oh my god.
Making their way, and Les has the lurk, and the rest of the players in particular.
Oh, this is so nice. Les can win. This duel's massive.
No one spotted him. That's massive. Only one though. The trade comes in quickly. DRX attempting to hold on. They don't want to be beaten down out of this map, and it looks like they might have it, but Les coming up behind for the one.
Stacks is crazy. Stacks is just going for jewels there, by the way. All came out, so they knew about this guy flanking. Hey, it was a nice time to Cypher was actually a little bit MVP here. Oh! Nice decision from Snacks, but there is a trip here because the Cypher's still alive. And they can plant for him because he's cleared all of this. He can plant way safer than this. Holy hell, this is mad. Stacks had got hit pretty fast, but the trip got broken, so they know he is here. They might not know that he's right side, though.
And he's waiting and watching.
Did I say Snacks? Stacks, sorry.
This battle is going to be everything. Two 1v1s almost being taken. Les is going to put one down. It's down to Stacks again. He tries to bait the swing, but it's all
Oh my, chat, what an insane comeback. That was nice. What a nice attack half from them. That was great. That was really good. All of it, the 9-3 cars. The actual 9-3 cars. That was impressive. That was really impressive. I also think they needed to win this map considering the map pool, so...
The narrative would be rewritten